All right, coming up next, it's a middleweight matchup between the last style bender, Israel Adesanya, and Jared Cannonier.
Ready. You ready to fight?
Round one is upon us between two of the best fighters in this division. Hard to find anything resembling a glaring weakness on either side when you break down the film.
There are no weaknesses in these guys. These guys are as well-rounded as they come. They both can wrestle, both can grapple, both can strike. They can do it all. And these are the matchups that we dream of as MMA fans. Oh! Nice punch lands over the top.
Oh, beautiful land there by Adesanya. You hear this crowd just eating out of his hand, oohing and on every time he advances. Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh! Back to the feet. Oh, beautiful knee to the body by him there. Again, we talked off the top about his size advantage, and he put it to good use there. Adesanya's hook shot is blocked. Saw that coming from a mile away.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this?
Oh, that's a big hook to the chin. Well, his hooks have been a big storyline in this one, and there it is again. So just when you thought maybe the opponent had made the requisite adjustments, he gets cracked again.
He gets cracked again, and it does not take many of those hooks to end your night.
So just over 20 total strikes. Oh! Oh! Kick home, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Suddenly, he did not recognize it coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
Cannonier gets tagged with a kick now. Let's see if he can rally. Oh, beautiful 1-2 punch. Oh! Oh, big knee!
Now he's on.
He's out! I'm not sure if that's the way he drew it up, but a huge result for him here tonight as he gets the win by way of knockout, and that's about as good a one-strike finish as we've seen here in the UFC in recent memory. I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming, so a big, big win for him here tonight. All right, let's get you some replays now. Certainly a lot for our replay guys to work with in the truck. This was a clinic tonight in terms of mixed martial arts acumen in every realm of the game.
A full-on display of all of his skills. He did everything in this championship-winning performance. He used his...
Now we go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 1 second of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya.
Well, he's smiling ear to ear, and why not after a knockout like that? I need a ticket to the after party tonight.
I mean, this is what dreams are made of. You dream of the knockout like this, and then the party after, where you and all your coaches get to celebrate the great handiwork.
All right, coming up next, it's a middleweight matchup between the last style bender, Israel Adesanya, and Israel Adesanya. All right, coming up next, it's a middleweight matchup between the last style bender, Israel Adesanya, and Kelvin Gastelum.
You ready? All right, you ready? Let's go, guys, fight.
All right, before we get going, we gotta throw out a birthday shout out to the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer. He's kind of like Benjamin Button, though, aging in reverse a little bit. But hopefully we don't see him.
I mean, how sad, how jealous are you? That Buck is going back. Buck is turning 21 every single year. He'll live forever. Happy birthday to Buck.
Guys in the Octagon north of 60 doing like 7. Quick level change now.
He went single into a high crotch. Oh, he's taking this dude for a ride. Big slams, takedown. That was beautiful.
Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
Nice connection with a punch there. It's hard to recall a time in the past that his boxing looked this sharp.
He's never looked this good.
Oh, big left hand from Kelvin Gastelum. He came into the UFC with a whole lot of power, but it's really been honed by Rafael Cordero there at King's MMA. Gastelum as confident in his striking as he has ever been entering the Octagon here tonight.
Good takedown defense by Israel.
Adesanya's knee strike there is blocked, so no damage inflicted. Really making good use of his reach advantage there with that punch. Well, he continues to find the openings tonight. Beautiful connection with the punch there.
Accuracy at its best. I mean, this guy is really focused on those punches to the head.
And potentially a critical takedown here. Oh, reversal here, DC.
What a way to switch the position. Fantastic movement by the bottom fighter.
Just over 2 minutes, round one. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Adesanya. Oh, nice job using his strength there to posture up. We'll see what he can do now.
He's going to start looking to land big shots from the top.
.90 seconds to go. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Adesanya. Keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Oh, nice job to reverse position on the ground.
It was bad, but now it's not so bad. What a fantastic sweep. Now he'll try to start attacking a rear naked choke from the top position. He is doing a really good job of relaxing, not panicking because he's getting choked.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, that's the end of the...
Talking about right there. He can't handle your striking. Just keep moving to your left to stay away from his power and just keep landing those jabs.
All right, here we go with our next round, and thankfully for his opponent, it begins on the feet because his face was turning into mincemeat with that ground and pound in the previous round.
Oh, he got demolished, man. It was punches, it was elbows, it was transitions into the elbows. I mean, he had so much more knowledge in this area that although his opponent is a great ground fighter, jiu-jitsu goes out the window when you're getting punched in the face, and there was no better example of it than what we just saw in the previous
Adesanya's
round.
got his head. Let's see if he can secure a guillotine choke here.
Watch guillotine.
Bottom fighter trying to control, and he's out. Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet.
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, straight right. Well, Well, he's been pretty accurate tonight. He's landed some significant strikes, but his corner's looking for him to mix it up a little bit more and just throw more volume.
Because they don't see too...
Oh, and there's the double leg takedown, DC. That is just too good, too easy.
Too good, too easy. The timing was just too good. Before he could even defend, he's already off of his feet, going backwards. It's hard to run backwards, and that's what happens when this guy hits his double leg.
All right, well, he's got him softened up here. All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now, he's gonna try to fall off to the side and pull his opponent up on top of him. He is doing a really good job of relaxing, not panicking because he's getting choked.
And right on cue, there he is, falls to the side, looks like nicely done. Oh, working hard to get back up again, and he's there. So as we call on the numbers here, 47 total strikes have now landed. Right up the gut. He's in a world of trouble now.
They say the straight are the ones that get there first, and they got right to the target.
Oh, nice job to land the straight punch there. Must be nice to have that kind of reach advantage, DC. I know you can't necessarily relate. Gastelum's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire.
Now look at him jumping in to try to get the finish.
Israel Adesanya gets back up again. 30 seconds to go in round two.
Down, cut him. Take him down, cut him. Over and over, he's securing these takedowns.
All right, has the guard closed here. Oh, looks like he's transitioned to an armbar.
You cannot stay in the guard of these great jiu-jitsu guys.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So, back.
Last round, guys. You ready? You ready?
Third and final round.
Big powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Oh, switch kick. Nailed it. Practice makes perfect.
Practice makes perfect, and this guy has done this technique thousands of times.
Oh, that right hand is on point. All right, he engages.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
He's out.
He's done. What a performance.
Pinpoint strike to end this fight. It landed flush. I'm not even sure the opponent wholly saw it coming, and before he could recover, the referee was in to stop the fight. So a huge knockout victory for that fighter here tonight. Well, let's get you some replays now. Certainly a lot for our replay guys to work with in the truck. This was a clinic tonight in terms of mixed martial arts acumen in every realm of the game.
A full-on display of all of his skills. He did everything in this championship-winning performance. He used his wrestling. He used his elbows. He used his pace and pressure to...
All right, coming up next, it's a middleweight matchup between the last style bender, Israel Adesanya, and Israel Adesanya. right, coming up next, it's a middleweight matchup between Israel Adesanya and Robert Whittaker.
You ready? You ready?
All right, crowd getting excited as this fight gets underway, and you hate to call any fighter on this UFC roster a specialist, but on one side, you have a definite striker taking on a true five-tool player.
And you see a guy in the striker who knows exactly who he is. He knows where the fight needs to be. He knows what he has to do in order to be successful. Let's see if he can keep his opponent off of him. Great punch.
Oh, beautiful strike there as he lands up top, and he does so right after catching the leg. So maybe you thought he would catch the leg and go for a takedown. Instead, he goes for the punch, and he certainly found the range on that one. Gets the elbow up into the target. Good series of strikes for him there, staying busy and staying accurate.
I mean, the accuracy is unbelievable.
Oh, Whittaker closes the distance here, DC. Let's see if he can capitalize. Nice connection with that punch. It's one thing to have an edge and reach. It's another to take advantage. Nicely done. Yeah, looks a little wobbly on his feet.
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands. And he switches his stance yet again. So just over 20 total strikes. And now landed from oh, and there it is, maybe the seminal blow, DC.
This might be the biggest shot of this entire fight. He landed a massive hook to put his opponent on wobbly legs.
That strike blocked by Adesanya. Not there. Oh, how about that? He lands a huge kick. Whoa!
Who's hurt? Serve him up. Go get him. What a fight.
Oh, big left. Holding on to him here, not really doing too much, perhaps just looking to recover.
That knee hurt him.
Big knee to the body. Well, we know knees to be some of the most destructive strikes in MMA, and he's got that part of his game going tonight.
He has got the knees going. He's throwing them in bunches.
The hip toss as he takes him down. Now we'll see what he can do with it.
Right into side control.
Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. And he landed the right hand there. Ooh, blocks the shot. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there.
Good punch.
Tags him with a flush left. Now his opponent's really on the ropes.
His opponent's on Beat Street. He's hurt so bad. I don't know what he's gonna do to stay in this fight.
So there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side...
You ready? You ready?
Round two here.
Big punch land.
Right to the target. Let's see if his opponent can survive.
I cannot believe he is still standing after taking that punch.
Oh, straight right. Timing his shots nicely.
Oh! He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh! Oh! Oh, he might be out.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh! Looked like it did stun him a little bit.
Didn't like that left hand.
Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at...
Oh, big knee!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press it. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
And he finally is softening up to that Bobby Knuckles moniker. I mean, they print the shirts,
It's a fantastic nickname, and it fits him to a T. Bobby Knuckles, we all love you. We all love that nickname, buddy.
66.
Oh, it's over. Oh, my goodness. He's done. He's done.
Beautiful shot to end the fight right there. It couldn't have landed much more flush than it did, and I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming, quite frankly. So, near perfect execution on the strike that ultimately results in the KO here tonight. Well, he's going to enjoy watching this one back. Let's take a look at the replay of the knockout just a moment ago.
It was right hand after right hand after right hand. Finally, he found the one that hit the exact sweet spot that ended his opponent's night.
And there he is after the huge knockout turned in tonight. Near perfect execution and one of the bigger highlights of his UFC career. Bruce Buffer has your official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliana has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 16 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya.
So the celebration is on with him and his team, and rightfully so. A monumental result tonight as he gets the win by knockout.
He spoke it into existence. He said over and over to anyone that'll listen, I am going to knock this man out. He did it in an even more impressive fashion than he ever could have imagined.